What's up, guys? It's Jared coming at you with a new video today. We're going to be talking about the Denko Sekka, the price, incredibly high price that she was put to overnight, and just kind of some things in the market that you can do to kind of predict when things like this will happen. And predict is a pretty bold word there. But before I get into the video, I just want to say thank you to the support I've gotten so far. It's been very minimal, but you know, kind words nonetheless. I'd love to see if we can get this video to 10 likes, because that'd mean the world to me. And you know, if you like what I'm doing, subscribe. So getting back into the content of the video, so Denko Sekka, in case you've been living under a rock in the past 24 hours, Billy Brake topped YCS Bochum, and by topped I mean he won the entire thing, and he basically literally just sacked his opponent with Denko Sekka game 3. He couldn't do anything, and he's, you know, had to forfeit the match. And yes, when I say sacked, I mean sacked. Denko is a floodgate card, and it's no different than Vanity's Emptiness or Anti-Spell. But that's not the point of the video. My personal story with this card, I'm gonna say I picked these up during YCS Minneapolis, and I picked them up because originally I thought they were gonna do very well with Magispectors. Magispectors kind of didn't become that meta really, and it wasn't even a thought in my mind that Paleozoics and Totally Awesome would be, you know, tier 1. They're performing just as well as ABCs and Metalfoes recently, and I'll be honest, I picked up a playset and I got lucky that you know, I've doubled my money. I am gonna sell my playset because I don't really like the card. I play ABCs, kind of eats my normal summon, but again, that's kind of straying away from the path. One thing I want to say though is sometimes you do just get lucky, like in my situation here. If I was smart, I would have thought of the correlation with Totally Awesome and Paleozoics, and how that could be the potential to be a incredibly meta thing. And I'm sure people did think about that and did pick up these cards, and they're probably, you know, reaping the rewards right now. So one of the things that you should always look at is if Paleozoics have been a thing for a while now. Totally Awesome, it was going to come out, and people have known that you can make it in Paleozoics. A really good person who could analyze the market, someone not myself, would have noticed that if Paleozoics have the potential to be completely meta by this one card, you should probably start looking into cards that, you know, counter the deck. And they probably picked up Denkos for $5-6, and you know, now they're 16 to 17. So one thing you need to do is look at what is going to be meta in the near future, and you know, it's kind of hard to make predictions like that, but you can. And like I said, there were $5. You know, say you buy a playset or two. Oh no, you're out $30. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't pan out. It's just kind of the recurring theme of buy low, because if you're wrong, there's not a ton of loss in it. But so that was one of the points. Another main point is there's a gigantic correlation between the, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh secondary market and the big time players that play. And I mean, that comes as no surprise to anybody who has, you know, played Yu-Gi-Oh for more than a few months. Billy Brake, you know, sacked his opponent with Denko. It shot up $7 overnight. That is, you know, it's crazy, but at the same time, these kinds of things happen, and they happen a lot. Billy Brake also talked about he's gonna play the Cleafort and Scout Monolith Scout engine for Infinity because it's more consistent, and I'm sure that Monolith is probably gone up more. And so one thing you can kind of do, and by kind of, it's a very big kind of, look to make estimations on the market from these big time players, and that's very iffy. However, but for instance, if you know Billy Brake is playing Metalfoes, and He's probably going to be signing Denko. Sorry, I keep getting Facebook notifications. That's my fault. You know that, Denko is for the most part, a pretty staple side card against Paleozoics ever since they did well at YCS Anaheim. Even if you picked him up then for $10, this card, you're still, making some money off it. You should, people should have expected that, players, big time players would be signing this card. And, now that they did, there's only 9 Denkos right now on the market, and this guy is just totally being a jerk, selling them for 100. That's not realistic whatsoever. I'm sure I could see these both coming out to about 20 apiece. Maybe this 120 and Mega Pack one's 15. But so it's hard to estimate these kinds of things, but it's also kind of deals with common sense a little bit. You just kind of to me it's common sense. It's if people are mainly siding Denko, it's only a matter of time until some good big time player beats an opponent with Denko, and then the card will jump a little bit. So I'm gonna sell mine. I'm gonna be selling mine right now because I don't know if it's gonna go much higher, and with what I picked mine up for, I am making my money back and then some. I'm making double and then some, so it's not a bad idea. And I don't want to sit on the card because of the potential that it has to go up a little bit more. Right now 17 is pretty fair, and I'm totally okay with letting mine go for 17. So while these things are hard to estimate, it's important to look at the meta, and maybe essentially you'll get lucky. Maybe not necessarily lucky, but it's important to look at what's being played in the meta, what are good side cards against super meta decks, and if they are pretty low, pick them up. And Denko literally has that, like, it is the poster child for that kind of like story. It was $8 a few weeks ago, 8 to 10 a few weeks ago. Picked them up now. If you pick them up now, or picked them up then, and Billy Break, tops or wins YCS Bochum by literally beating his opponent with this card, that's game. And now they're getting up. I'm pretty sure they'll go up to 20. So the main things to take away from the video today: Denko shot up. I would sell now if you're looking to sell. I would not be buying these right now because I think they're gonna go down. I think it's just kind of one of those things. It's like there's a reaction. It's like for every action there's an equal or opposite reaction. So or I don't know how the fucking physics term goes, but Billy Break just won. Bam, everyone wants to play this card because they want to be like Billy. Give it a couple weeks, I think he'll be back down again. So I think now is a good time to let go of these and make your money while you can. And the overall theme, make sure to look at the meta. Make sure to look at the meta as a whole. Kind of. So when I said look at the meta as a whole, I meant like look at what the meta is going to be in the future. Never look at what's happening now, because it's happening right now. You can't really look to make your money off shit that's happening right now. So back when Paleozoics had very little support, I picked up this card. And granted, I wasn't thinking about Paleozoics, I was thinking about Magispectors. But so say a good player picked up his Denkos at YCS Minneapolis, thinking that Paleozoics had the potential to be tier 1 because it's totally awesome and all these cards that were coming out. And so they pick up Denko because they think Paleozoics are gonna be good. They think in the future. So you always want to think, what's next? What's the next step? What will be meta? Sometimes you're wrong, sometimes you're right. The nice thing about these cases is this card was $5 then, and now it's 16, 17. So that's the video for today, guys. Be sure to like the video if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe. Let's try to get the video to 10 likes, and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think, and catch you in the next one. See ya.
I remember when I met you as a sophomore. Started out as friends, but I knew that we would want more. Hit your favorite restaurant with your favorite dress on. That's one of my favorite memories that I've kept on the road with me. I know it's crazy how things change so quick. Went from rock bottom to all this fame and shit, but look, I couldn't love you, but I wished I could. Cause I got hurt and closed you off and you understood. But look.